Okay, for the today's lab session, I'm going to show you how to create a server-side application. So a server-side application is important for you to have a dynamic mobile application. So this is a very simple server-side application. So if you do this currently for your group assignment, you will get an average marks. Okay, you can improve this view so that it can be much more presentable. You can even separate this reporting and then the list of hazard in your server-side application. So this is in the current state is the very minimum that you can provide because this is already that I've provided for you. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, you have to understand that this is just an example, and then you can use it as your starting point. But if you submit this as if, or if you demo this as if inside your group assignment, you will get only an average mark, right? You need to understand that. So I'm going to show you the content of the file that I provided to you. We have an API config hazard database, including the sample point. So this is only a sample point. You need to include your own point inside the database, and then the index. Okay, index, which is the one that you have seen over here. So for the API, you can open up in your editor. So you can have Antigravity, or you can use Visual Studio Editor. Over here, you can see inside the API is only simple. You only require the configuration. So configuration, store the configuration to connect to the local database. Okay. Here we have host name is localhost, DB name hazard tracker, username root, and no password. Okay, you can change it as needed. Okay, actually this one also you need you can change as needed, up to you. And then this is also the API. Okay, select from the table. Okay, hazard, and then you can report. Okay, you can get report now within 36 hours. Okay, show only report within 36 hours to be updated on the Google Map. So what this do is it will retrieve a list of data, and then it will convert it into JSON. Okay, if you read here, it will convert it into a JSON. Okay, it will output it into a JSON array, and then it will display it as JSON array. So if you look over here, so the API here is a JSON array. If you look at the page source, it also do not have any sort of HTML5. Okay, and then you can use a pretty print, can use it as a JSON. So JSON is one of the portable API you use in RESTful web services, where you can use for exchanging the data in between the web, okay, web or server-side web application towards the mobile application. So using this information, you can you can use it to display the marker on the map, okay, including the location name, and then who would report the the hazard. So you can create a better form over here in your assignment. So these server side are separable from mobile application side. So you can assign your own group mate, other group mate, so that this group mate can concentrate just in building the server side, and then you can concentrate on the client side, which is the mobile application. So you can assign whoever are more proficient on server side, okay, and then as long as they can create the API over here. So example, the API is in this example. All right, okay, you can also use frameworks such as Laravel or Python or Ruby on Rails or whatever, as long as it could output the JSON, okay, output the data in JSON, okay. So you need to know about JSON by this time, because JSON is the most prevalent data interchange format on the web, right? Okay, right now is already an older format. So ensure that you understand how to modify this in order to proceed with the next lab. Right, okay, next I'm going to show you how to install it. Okay, we shall proceed it with the installation. Okay, to start, you need to create a new database. You can call this database hazards. Okay, then click, and then you do not have to create any table. Okay, what you need to do is just click import, and then ensure that you can import in this from this SQL file, which I've already provided. So ensure that you can import from here, and then click choose file. So you will be presented by a file chooser. Click hazard db.sql, and then click import. And then everything will be imported over here as hazard tracker. Okay, inside the table hazard, we can have here. Right. So this is the sample data. So you can add your own data. For later. Right. Okay. And then ensure also you've copied this inside your server, and then activate your server. So for this one, I put here as a server side. So when I type in local host, can type in server side. So we can have a hazard tracker demo over here. You can submit report over here and type in the reporter name. You can have flood, road closure, and other. So this is all the road tracker name. So what important thing is that you need to have this API. So this API that we'll be using in order to display the marker on the map, right? Okay, we need to display the marker on the map. So for the next lab, I will show you how to pass this, and then display this on the Google Map inside your Android mobile application. Right here, we can have here, and then you can type here Pojo. Okay, Pojo, JSON schema to Pojo. Alright, you can go to here, and then what you need to do is just to copy and paste this so that you can create the class. So class, you should put here hazards. Okay, hazards. And then source type, you type JSON. And then annotation, you have to select JSON. This one, just a preparation. Okay, just a preparation. So generate builder method. Okay, use double, use data, and then everything is okay. So you need also to include constructor. Okay, type here constructor. Okay, put here constructor. And then COM, ensure that you follow the COM from your Android Studio. So if your Android Studio COM example is hazards, and then type hazards. Okay, class name hazards point. Okay, hazard point, because this is where you store your hazard point. Then just press preview, and it will generate a Java class or Pojo Java class for serialization in Android. Okay, in Android. And then we can follow up this lab tutorial on another video. Alright, that's all. Thank you.